Hey, how's everybody doing? Paul over here at Styrene Relics. I want to give an update on my Psychedelic 60's group build. This is my 67 Impala. I'm kind of making it like a weekend racer on the street. There, I kind of backed off on a few things that I was wanting to do. I was actually wanting to run fuel lines and brake lines. Um, I'm not going to do that. I decided against it, and boy, it sure would have been cool because I had some pretty cool ideas floating around in my head on that. But that's all right. It's all good. I'll end up doing that stuff on a different car. Um, and why I wanted to do it on this one was because the frame and floor pan on this just looks so sweet, man. I really like this kit a lot. I really do. You guys will like it too if you end up getting one. I uh, I had some trouble with the paint on this. You guys remember a couple of things. It wasn't the color I wanted, which isn't a big deal. But then I had a bunch of uh, I don't know, orange peel on it. It was my primer. I didn't have a good smooth primer for it, and shame on me. I knew better. So, anyways, uh, this is it. I'm going to leave it in this color. I'm not going to shoot clear on it. It looks a whole lot like the old primer brown that we used to run. So I'm going to leave it. It's too bad. I mean, it's a 60s group build, so that puts this car at 3 years old at the most. Putting it at 70. So it shouldn't have been in primer at that point. But hey, here we go. So, anyways, I wet sanded everything, and it turned out okay. I clear coated it again, or I mean, I shot it with paint again, and then it turned out pretty good. It's got a nice sheen to it, so I'm gonna leave it. I went ahead and foiled it. I've got to do the windows on the passenger side real quick, and then it's done with all the foil work. Let's see. You guys, I cut the hood open for the Velocity Stacks net. Let me pick you up here. So I've got Velocity Stacks that'll end up going in there. Um, but right now I'm thinking I might leave them off. Uh, so yeah, it turns out pretty sweet. I I've got one valve cover off. I'm going to leave it off, and I am going to put spark plug wires in it. I'm going to leave them hanging, so like the guy's working on it. It turned out pretty good. There's a couple of issues that I'm having, and one of them, if you remember, that tire was coming off the ground quite a bit. Uh, it kind of straightened up once I put everything together, and so it's touching the ground. It's still a little light, but it is touching the ground now. So I'm happy with that. I don't have to do too much work there. Let's see. The other thing that is my fault is, yeah, I'm showing you guys my mistakes. My alternator, I thought I had it on straight, and it's not, and it's driving me crazy. But I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to mess with it. It's just going to stay. It is what it is, So I'm good with that. Um, I cut the core support out and inner fender wells out. Cut all that out. My plan was to make some brackets to go from here to the fenders out front, but I don't think I'm going to. Because I've just got other things running right now. Let me get this back in focus. Got some other things going on, so I'm just going to finish up this project and call it good. And I think it'll be all right. One of the other things that's bugging me is right here, this gap between the firewall and the body. I can't seem to figure out why it's there, but it's setting well. Well, I can tell you this. that should take out a bunch of it doing that. It was sitting on top of the radiator. But still, it's there, and it's driving me nuts. I'm not going to fret too much over it now. It's good. It's all there. So let me set this back down here on the table and turn it over. All right, now those headers and that they're off of the Chevelle kit. Are we in focus? Okay, that's off the Chevelle kit, and they fit on there real nice. They don't hang down too far, as you can see. They're not on the ground. They're up, pretty good. So, yeah, if you have a 67 and you want them off the ground, they set pretty good off there, guys. Let's see. What's the other stuff here? Yeah, that's box stock right there, guys. I didn't change too much on the undercarriage. Let me take the body off, I think. Trying to do this on camera. Okay. I eliminated the rear seat and put a piece of sheet metal back there like we would have done back in the day. And then I put his contingency stickers on it. I didn't want to put the console in it because, if you're going to shave weight, you're going to take the console out. So the console mounts, this one right here, that's going to get hidden because I'll put a fire extinguisher there and I'll hide that one. The one where the shifter is, I hid that one and I made that shifting knob out of a clothespin. I kept sanding it down to get it to the right size, and then I just painted it white. And then what I did was, this is kind of cool, guys. I think I got lucky. Do you know what that is? That's that rear seat speaker. I laid that down, painted the center of it black, and then drilled a hole through the center of it, put that pin through it. It looks just like a shifting boot. I mean, it's right on the money. And that's that little speaker in that thing in the back seat. Pretty neat, huh? I like it. Then I took the tack is out of that Chevelle. I put that on a dash and I blackwashed it a little bit. I'm going to try and put a red needle on it. And the let's see if I get lights on it. I'm going to have a hard time with that. Anyways, I did the dashboard and all the instrument clusters on that. And it's got a glass fixture that goes over it, so that turned out really nice as well. So, that's it, guys. I do have to say one thing. If you're thinking about using those headers out of that Chevelle for these 67 Impalas, they fit in there really nice. If you guys look, I mean, it right down into the frame. Come on, Paul. Nope, that ain't going to do it now, is it? Those headers fit right down between the frame, real nice. I mean, you don't have to take a hammer to them or nothing. Look at this side. Fits down there really sweet. Like I say, I didn't have to take a hammer to them. They just fit down there like they were made for it. Oh, one more thing I was going to say, and I'm away from the light, so it'll be a little tougher. My radiator, all right? You see how it's kind of got... Let me try to do this. It's a little tack tip. And it's not showing. But anyways, you know how radiators are black, but they kind of have that silver tint to them? What I do... Silver pencil. Yep, just regular old pencil. Silver pencil. Real lightly kind of go over the ribs in there. And then wipe it down a little bit with your fingernail. Now don't push real hard because you get down inside where the black is. You don't want that. You just want right on top. Blow it off a little bit. Turns out sweet, guys. That's a great little tip. I learned that years ago from my older brother. So, yeah, that works out nice. Let's see, is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Should have this wrapped up here today or tomorrow. So, yep, that is it, guys. That's my update. I'll talk at you later. Bye.